Greetings. Welcome to an alumni podcast by Ramaya College of Law. I, Gnanavi Bopaya, I have with me today a distinguished alumni, Mr. Amlandeep, who is a senior corporate counsel at Wipro. Welcome, Amlan.
Hi, thanks, Gnanavi. Thanks for having me.
How does it feel to be back as an alumni?
Oh, it's lovely. I think we have seeing young kids with different questions, able to help them, and also meeting you as students. We used to be together, and now I think as your teacher and as me from a different zone altogether. It's lovely.
It's my pleasure. So, looking at your journey in the last decade, you've transitioned from in a firm and you've gone into in-house. So, would you advise that law students need to have an in-firm experience before moving in-house?
Well, see, it's a personal choice for people. I have seen people going to a law firm and then moving to in-house. I have seen people from in-house to law firm, and obviously people directly joining in-house. Personally, my choice would be yes, have some law firm experience now in whichever field in law firm they want to experience in, and then make a move to in-house. It's because in law firm you definitely understand the technicalities and the law in a more nuanced perspective. It's that doesn't mean that in-house you don't, but in law firm that initial years of understanding how interpretation, how law, how things work, it's important for one to grow. And then after that, you can take that knowledge to an in-house and then be a business enabler and help the business in an in-house. So in my preference, yes, it would be good. But I do know that people directly join in-house also. But personally, yes, it's better if one has some years of experience in law firm and then move to in-house.
So, from your experience, what do you think was the drastic change in terms of work culture and work-life balance?
See, I think people always have this thought process that if you move in-house, you will have a work-life balance. I think it's not really that case. I mean, it depending on where you work and who you are as a person, right? So at the end of the day, work is work. You need to get it done. So I personally look at particular geographies which has been, the time shifts were different. I have looked at geographies which were from US, which took me where my work has started from late nights, has stretched to late nights. I have now looked at geography which are early morning geography. So I mean, from work culture perspective, yes, definitely it's different in law firm because in-house it's more structured. You have HR departments, you have different departments to take care of it. It's a more respectful culture. Having said that, work-life balance, I would not personally say that it's, I mean, if one choose to manage work-life, they can manage in either stream, right? In both in law firm and in-house. But for me, at this moment, I'm capable of stretching myself to the requirement. And till the time I can, I will do. And then later, let's see what happens.
All right. So, you currently lead negotiations and compliances across jurisdictions. So, when you're introduced to a new jurisdiction, how do you adapt yourself to the regulatory compliance of the new country or what that jurisdiction mandates?
Well, you need to, first of all, be motivated to learn about that particular jurisdiction and all. Now, obviously, you cannot learn everything. Most of the things you learn on the job, but the basic understanding. For example, I look at the ANZ region and Japan region. So, I specifically have to understand the nuances from a regulatory compliances, employment, read up things, join conferences, workshops, speak with external counsels, read up on case laws. So overall, it takes some time, but it's not something that's impossible for one to know. And anyways, when there are certain very nuance-based specific requirements, we obviously take some external counsel's help. But overall, it is something that is definitely manageable. And if anybody is looking forward to move across regions from a lawyer perspective, I think they should not be demotivated given it's a different region. I think it's definitely manageable and someone can do that.
All right. So, having had a decade of experience, how do you personally define success?
I think success is something very personal to each one of it depends, right? Someone wants to be successful. I mean, in a law firm, someone wants to be successful by being a senior partner eventually. In-house, you can say success is when you become a GC of a large organization. Or someone might just say, I just want to open my own startup and this thing.
Yes.
So I think it's very individual for each person. I mean, you were a lawyer and you chose academia, right? So that's a success for you in your way.
Yes.
So I don't want to define success for others. For me, I have particular goals that I want to achieve. And I hope I meet that path. And when I achieve, then I think I'll achieve success.
We wish you the best in that.
Thank you.
So when it comes to hiring a young lawyer, or when it comes to taking students for internship, what are the 3 main qualities or skills which would make them stand out from the rest?
One is communication definitely matters, because we are in a field where communication is very important. Regardless you are law firm or in-house, stakeholder management or your client management is priority. Then comes adaptability. Now, either you are in law firm, you may meet different kind of clients. Even in-house, you may meet different kind of stakeholders. So in that scenario, you need to learn that everybody is different. You need to adapt, and everybody is coming to you seeking certain solution. So you need to be a good listener and definitely adapt the way of working. And the third part, I would suggest that I think one needs to be motivated enough to upskill themselves, because each work and each stream requires different skill set. So if you believe that what you learned in college or in your previous job is enough, it's not. The world is changing. So one definitely needs to be flexible and motivated to upskill themselves. Specifically, we live in a world where AI is taking prominence. So I think that is very important.
So which brings me to the next question. AI being the white elephant in the room, do you think it is going to be a boon or a bane?
It's depending on how you use AI. If you use AI to make it a boom and make your work efficient and make your stakeholders and clients work efficient, absolutely it's a boom. There have been definitely specifically AI. There is a high possibility that AI will take up some back-end work of people. But as I always believe that AI will not replace people. AI will replace people who don't know AI. So I think people need to upskill themselves, make them stand out within the crowd, so that they are able to withstand if AI has some kind of such effects on their job. And I'm sure people will come out of it. I mean, we have had a lot of this boon and bane thing and different things coming up with this millennial. So I think it depending on how you use it. A lot of in-house companies are coming with different ways of reviewing contracts by using AI, or we are selling business to our clients by showing AI solutions, which is how the world is turning to. So I think one needs to upskill themselves and go forward accordingly.
So if you were to look back at your life in a law firm, is there anything you miss about it?
I miss my friends in law firm.
Okay.
I made a lot of good friends there. I think they're still friends of mine. I think the one perspective of law firm I definitely miss is how technicality we get into quite technicality. We get into the interpretation of a clause, the case laws, how we give an opinion, how we give an advice. We take a approach, sometimes conservative, sometimes liberal approach, based on the requirement. But I think that discussion, that debate that happens in a law firm, specifically when a question is asked by a client and how best we can serve the client, I think that definitely sometimes I do miss.
All right. So just to quickly wrap up, one last question, which I ask all the alumni who've been on the series. What is the one advice you would give to your younger self?
Be more open, be more adaptive to your nearby environment, and don't take life too seriously. Sometimes we end up taking life too seriously, thinking because social media talks about so many things. Live the life to the fullest. Things will eventually happen what needs to happen. Just keep your focus in and don't forget to enjoy the small parts of life.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, viewers, for tuning in for today's session. Catch you in the next session.